Alright, welcome everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm Peter. We've got one case at 2025. Leaf of the Baseball Jumbo to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks, and let you know if we go live and if we live. Also, to mention no purchase necessary, link down in the description. Apologies if you hear loud banging throughout the break. We have roofers in the area, and they are currently working on our roof, which is just delightful. Absolutely zero warning from anybody about that. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Bernie Williams, 1 of 1. Josue DePaula, 1 of 1. Eugangelo Ciente, 7 of 7. Dwight Gooden, 2 of 4. Ching Hyun Ko, 2 of 5. Rafael Flores, 2 of 8. Noah Schultz, 1 of 1. AJ Gracia, 7 of 8. Griffin Burkholder, 2 of 7. Nestor German, 7 of 10. Kevin McGonigal, 3 of 7. And dual auto, Kevin McGonigal and Bryce Rayner, 2 of 10. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either of those two guys. We'll have plenty more where that came from. Box number 2. Eduardo Tate, 1 of 1. Robert Callas, 1 of 1. So is Juan Gonzalez, 6 of 8. Cam Caminiti, 1 of 5. Kale Lomavina, 1 of 1. Luke Holman, 2 of 7. Lionel Surette, 4 of 4. James Tibbs III, 2 of 7. Gabe Gackle, 7 of 7. Brandis Rote, 2 of 2. Thermodynamic, Mike Schmidt, 5 of 5. Boom. And dual auto, Caden Bodine and Ike Irish, 1 of 4. Box number 3. Bryce Rayner, 1 of 1. Brady Ebel, 1 of 1. Rob Deere, 1 of 1. Blake Burke, 3 of 7. Jose Anderson, 2 of 6. Walker Yanek, 1 of 10. Brady Ebel, 2 of 3. Dylan Volantis, 7 of 10. Malcolm Moore, 1 of 7. Keon Johnson, 1 of 7. Connor Griffin, 1 of 5. And Jose Canseco, 3 of 10. Halfway point, box number 4. Yeah, both Rayner and McGonigal. That makes my life so much easier. Thank you. That's good to know. Kevin McGonigal, 1 of 1. Sebastian Walcott, 1 of 1. Franklin Arias, 8 of 8. Jose Canseco again, 4 of 6. Dylan Dreiling, 2 of 6. Thatcher Hurd, 7 of 7. Trey Savage, 2 of 7. Bryce Rayner, 6 of 10. Joshua Cordota Grauer, 4 of 7. Cade Arambide, 1 of 3. Rock Chalosky, 1 of 10. And quad auto, Ike Irish, Zaire Hope, Emmanuel Rodriguez, and Ryan Waldschmidt, 2 of 7. Box number 5. Charlie Condon, 1 of 1. Yairo Padilla, 1 of 1. Caden Bogapole, 1 of 7. Billy Carlson, 7 of 7. Braylon Payne, 3 of 6. Liam Doyle, 8 of 10. Wyatt Sanford, 9 of 10. Cade Arambide, 5 of 5. Ethan Conrad, 4 of 8. Kalen Culpepper, 1 of 6. Charlie Sheen, 10 of 10. And Charlie Condon, 6 of 10. Box number 6. Joe Torre, 1 of 1. Jefferson Rojas, 1 of 1. Hagen Smith, 2 of 6. Cooper Pratt, 5 of 7. Carter Holden, 2 of 8. Nolan Souza, 2 of 8. Eduardo Tate, 1 of 3. Kellen Lindsey, 4 of 8. Gavin Gallagher, 1 of 8. John Gill, 1 of 2. Leo DeVries, 6 of 8. And dual auto, Jose Lugo and Chris Cortez, 1 of 6. Box number 7. Ethan Salas, 1 of 1. Gary Gill-Hill, 1 of 1. Kalen Culpepper, 5 of 8. Dean Moss, 6 of 8. Desan Hill, 3 of 6. Seaver King, 4 of 4. Sebastian Walcott, 3 of 4. Ben Hess, 3 of 8. Jean Cabrera, 3 of 3. Brady Montgomery, 1 of 1. Josue DePaulo, 5 of 8. And triple auto, Andrew Salas, PJ Orlando, and Carter Johnson, 4 of 10. And final box to break, box number 8. Good luck, everybody. Dean Moss, 1 of 1. Johnny Formello, 1 of 1. Brady Montgomery, 3 of 8. Andrew Salas, 8 of 8. George Volko, 5 of 7. Tyler Bremner, 4 of 7. Zaire Hope, 5 of 10. Chris Akopian, 5 of 7. Levi Sterling, 2 of 2. Hagen Smith, 6 of 10. Travis Bazzano, 1 of 2. And quad auto, Leo DeVries, Kevin McGonigal, Connor Griffin, and Sebastian Walcott, 1 of 1. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break, as always. Go and get a hit recap going real quick. Then we'll take care of our randoms. We have a nice handful of those. For the hits, Bernie Williams, Josue DePaula, Angelo Ciente, Dwight Gooden, Shin Hisian Ko, Rafael Flores, Noah Schultz, AJ Gracia, Griffin Burkholder, Nestor German, Kevin McGonigal, Eduardo Tate, Robert Callis, Josué Gonzalez, Cam Caminiti, Caleb Lumavita, Lou Coleman, Yoniel Sudet, James Hibbs III, Gabe Gackle, Brandon Sproat, Mike Schmidt, Bryce Rayner, Brady Ebel, Rob Deere, Blake Burke, Jose Anderson, Walker Yanek, Brady Ebel, Dylan Volantis, Malcolm Moore, Keon Johnson, Connor Griffin, Jose Canseco, Kevin McGonigal, Sebastian Walcott, Franklin Arias, Jose Canseco, Dylan Dreiling, Thatcher Hurd, Trey Savage, Bryce Rayner, Joshua Kuroda Grauer, Cade Arambide, Rock Chalosky, Ethan Salas, Gary Gill-Hill, Kalen Culpepper, Dean Moss, Desan Hill, Seaver King, Sebastian Walcott, Ben Hess, Sean Cabrera, Brady Montgomery, Josue DePaula, Charlie Condon, Yaro Padilla, Caden Bogapole, Billy Carlson, Braylon Payne, Liam Doyle, Wyatt Sanford, Cade Armbide, Ethan Conrad, Kalen Culpepper, Charlie Sheen, Charlie Condon, Joe Torre, Jefferson Rojas, Hagen Smith, Cooper Pratt, Carter Holden, Nolan Souza, Eduardo Tate, Kellen Lindsey, Gavin Gallagher, John Gill, Leo DeVries, Dean Moss, Johnny Formello, Brady Montgomery, Andrew Salas, George Volkov, Tyler Bremner, Zaire Hope, Chris Akopian, Levi Sterling, Hagen Smith, and Travis Bazzana. And headed to random.org. Dual autos for Kevin McGonigal, Bryce Rayner. Doesn't have to be randomed off, thankfully. Caden Bodine, Ike Irish, Joseph Lugo, and Chris Cortez. Triple auto, Andrew Salas, PJ Orlando, and Carter Johnson. And quad autos, Ike Irish, Zaire Hope, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Ryan Waldschmidt, Leo DeVries, Kevin McGonigal, Connor Griffin, and Sebastian Walcott. Alright, that is it for baseball. We are on to 2025 League Football Nation Solo Edition. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes. First, we're going to head to random.org and knock these 5 out. Back with that in just a second. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. It's going to be 3 or higher to be valid for us. We're going to go 10 times on the random, starting off with Caden Bodine and Ike Irish. That is 9 times. Final roll. Ike Irish with the win. Congratulations. Next up, Joseph Lugo and Chris Cortez. That is 9 times. Final roll. Joseph Lugo with the win. Congratulations. Andrew Salas. PJ Orlando and Carter Johnson. That's 9 times. Final roll. Andrew Salas with the win. Congratulations. Ike Irish, Zaire Hope, Emmanuel Rodriguez, and Ryan Waldschmidt. That is 9 times. Final roll. Zaire Hope with the win. Congratulations. And finally, it would be Kevin McGonigal, Connor Griffin, and Sebastian Walcott. That is 9 times. Final row. Connor Griffin with the win. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for baseball. We'll be back in just a few seconds with 2025 Leaf Football Nation Solo Edition. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Football Nation Solo Pack Edition that we're going to be getting into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live to be live. Also, need to mention no purchase essay. Link down in the description. Pack number 1. Just a reminder, there are 2 press proofs per, and then also an auto at the end. 3 cards per pack. Teddy Bruschi, Alvin Bethea, and auto for Dane Weber. 3 of 15. Makai Lemon, Jackson Taylor, and Amar Johnson. 1 of 1. Asani Gales, Ryder Lyons, and Jaden Greathouse. 2 of 7. Nico Marshall, Carnell Tate, and Amarian Miller. 10 of 15. Dual press proof, Eddie George and Lamar Bo Jackson. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either of those 2 guys. Michael Pine and Fernando Mendoza. 1 of 5 for Hayes Mendoza. Keegan Croucher, Faison Brandon, and DeMond Williams Jr. 5 of 15. Fernando Mendoza, Penny Boone, and Cam Skadaboo. 1 of 3. Nick Marsh, Ashton Genty, and Chris Johnson, CJ2K. 1 of 1. Nice. John Mateer, Lamar Bo Jackson, and Faison Brandon. 12 of 15. Achilles Smith Jr., Trevor Jackson, and Ethan Vasco. 8 of 15. Halamegasuga, Gabi, and Trevor Jackson. 2 of 3. Emmitt Smith, Le'Veon Moss, and DJ Bordeaux. 2 of 3. Lenore Sellers, Garrett Nussmeier, and CJ Daniels. 1 of 4. Chris Mitchell, Garrett Nussmeier, and Celeste Moa. 15 of 15. Carson Gordon, Jabari Mack, and TJ Lateef. 4 of 4. KC Concepcion, Oscar Delp, and Will Griffin. KC Conception, Kendrick Law, and Winston Watkins Jr. 14 of 15. Landon Holly, Achilles Smith Jr., and Jacoby George. 5 of 7. Bob Golick, Alvin Henderson, and Jaden Brody. 2 of 8. Dual press proof, Marshall Falk and LaDainian Tomlinson. Cardinal Tate and Yancey Thigpen. 6 of 8. That's a cool one. Taylor, Peyton Houston, and Halamegasuga. 1 of 5. Noah Grubbs, Nick Anderson, and Eli Holstein. 3 of 7. Caleb Jackson, Rod Hullett, and Max Clare. 1 of 4. Eric Singleton Jr., Vince Young, and Damani Jackson. 2 of 2. Brazil Shepard, Mike Rozier, and Dylan Jones. 5 of 5. Jordan McLeod, Austin Simmons, and Israel Abrams. 5 of 15. Oscar Delp, Andy Reid, and Robert Lewis. 4 of 4. Cliff Harris, Calvin Russell, and Antoine Wells Jr. 6 of 8. TJ Lateef, Eli Holstein, and Brady Dragish. 3 of 5. And final pack of the break. Dallas Wilson, Peyton Falzoni, and Penny Boone. 8 of 15. And that will do it, everybody. Thank y'all so much for being part of the break, as always. Look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon for some more football. Go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then we'll take care of our 2 randoms. For the hits, Alvin Bethea, Dane Weaver, Amar Johnson, Carnell Tate, Fernando Mendoza, Faison Brandon, Demond Williams Jr., Fernando Mendoza, Cam Skedabu, Ashton Jency, Chris Johnson, Faison Brandon, Achilles Smith Jr., Ethan Vasco, Halamegasuga, Gabi, Emmitt Smith, DJ Bordeaux, Garrett Nussmeier, CJ Daniels, Garrett Nussmeier, Achilles Smith Jr., Bob Golick, Alvin Henderson, Carnell Tate, Helen Mikasuga, Eli Holstein, Eric Singleton, Damani Jackson, Brazil Shepard, Dylan Jones, Austin Simmons, Andy Reid, Cliff Harris, Calvin Russell, Antoine Wells Jr., Eli Holstein, Brady Drogish, and Dallas Wilson. Makai Lemon, Jackson Taylor, Asani Gales, Jaden Greathouse, Nico Marshall, Amari Miller, Michael Pine, Keegan Croucher, Petty Boone, Nick Marsh, John Mateer, Lamar Bo Jackson, Le'Veon Moss, Lenore Sellers, Chris Mitchell, Carson Gordon, Jabari Mack, Casey Conception, Oscar Delp, Casey Conception, Kendrick Law, Landon Holly, Jacoby George, Jaden Brody, Peyton Houston, Noah Grubbs, Nick Anderson, Caleb Jackson, Max Clear, Mike Rozier, Jordan McLeod, Israel Abrams, Oscar Delp, Peyton Falzoni, and Penny Boone. Teddy Bruschi, Ryder Lyons, Trevor Jackson, Celeste Moa, TJ Lateef, Will Griffin, Winston Watkins Jr., Yancey Thigpen, Taylor, Rod Hullett, Vince Young, Robert Lewis, and TJ Lateef. And headed to random.org. Dual press proofs for Eddie George and Lamar Bo Jackson, and Marshall Falk with Danian Tomlinson. Alright, that is it for football. We'll be back with the randoms here in just a second. After that, we have 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes Multisport Solo Edition. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Give it your how do you for us. Gonna go 7 times on the randoms. Eddie George and Lamar Bo Jackson up first. They're really pounding that thing. Final roll. Eddie George with the win. Congratulations. And Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Tomlinson. That's 6 times on a rope. LaDainian Tomlinson with the win. Congratulations. All right, that is it for football. We'll be back in just a few minutes with 2025 Elite Metal Sports Heroes Multisport. Get you guys back here then. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Elite Metal Sports Heroes Multi-Sports Solo Edition to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and be live. Also, no purchase necessary. Link down in the description. And as always, apologies for the very loud banging. With no warning at all. We've got roofers here. So that's fun. Pack number 1, Kevin Holland. 35 of 35. Sam Perkins, 1 of 3. Benny Testaverde, 13 of 15. Artist Gilmore, 11/15. George McIntyre, 7/35. Mark Brunell, 6/35. Denny McLain, 3/4. Chuck Foreman, 11/35. Gary Sheffield, 32/35. Dave Winfield, 5/8. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 9/10. Boom. Definitely take that. Mel Blount, 13/15. Joe Dumars, 33/35. Jose Cardinal, 1/1. On card inscribed, Walt Frazier, 69/100. Andre Reed, 4/4. Raleigh Fingers, 4/4. Bill Parcells, 2/35. R9, Ronaldo Nazario, 1/2. On card described, Dennis Rodman, 69/100. On card described, Dan the Man Marino, 40/100. On card described, Omar Vizquel, 72/100. Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Gem Cat, triple auto, 1/2. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that. If you have any of those three guys. Pack 24. Johnny Bench, 18/25. And final pack. Ooh. Franchise 4, Ron C., Reggie Smith, Jerry Roos, and Bill Russell. 2/8. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then we'll take care of our randoms. For the hits, Artist Gilmore, George McIntyre, Denny McLain, Chuck Foreman, Gary Sheffield, Dave Winfield, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Andre Reed, Bill Parcells, Dennis Rodman, and Dan Marino. Kevin Holland, Mark Brunell, Mel Blount, Joe Dumars, Jose Cardinal, Omar Vizquel, Johnny Bench, Sam Perkins, Vinny Testaverde, Walt Frazier, Raleigh Fingers, and Ronaldo Nazario. And headed to random.org. We've got 2 of them. Triple Auto, Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Jim Cat. And Quad Auto, Ron C., Reggie Smith, Jerry Roos, and Bill Russell. Alright, that is it for us for today. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Thank you guys again for being here on your Saturday morning. Do appreciate that. We're going to head over to random.org real quick and knock these 2 out. Back with that in just a second. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gonna roll some dice. Gonna be through a high to valid for us. Gonna go 10 times on the random, starting off with Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Jim Cat. That is 9 times. Final roll. Ferguson Jenkins with the win. Congratulations. And Ron C., Reggie Smith, Jerry Roos, and Bill Russell. That is 9 times. Final roll. Bill Russell with the win. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank you guys again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Tonight, everybody have a great rest of your Saturday and weekend ahead of you.